Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? I'm doing some modifications to the scene at the moment. Once I get that finished, we can get started. If Brian and Glacier are in chat, do you guys want SPS? Okay. Seed. I'm still trying to. Oh, your Twitch is Glacier_Tetris. Okay, let me pull that up. There you are. Okay. So there's one more thing I need to get ready for Brian's board. Brian explained to me prior to the moments ago that he does not have OBS, so he won't be stencil ready. However, that is no issue because I'll make it work. Where is... Okay, so next we need this. Whoops. All right. This is good enough. Why not? Now let's go to the main transition here. Let's get rid of the X's and we can get started. So yes, your guys' seeds are 91, Charlie 0, Foxtrot 8. What's going on here? Whoops. The wrong one here. Sorry guys, I gotta do one more thing really quick. let's go to the main page here. All right. So let's get the seat checkers up. 91 Charlie 0 Foxtrot 8. 91 Charlie 0 Foxtrot 8. Both seats are correct. Let me get rid of that. What level are we choosing here today? Looks like Glacier, or no, Brian has the higher PB of 674. So our options for level 12, or not level 12, for bronze is 12, 15, and 18. 18 is vetoable. Okay. Brian has the option to veto, so if he wants to do that, that's an option. Oh, we try 18 first and then, okay. Okay. Alright, that's the case, so let's get started for game number 1. We got it ready from Brian.
When I'm with her, I feel happy to be alive. Like I can do anything.
Once we get ready from... oh, Glacier is ready. Okay, let's get started for game number 1. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's been a while since I've seen Brian, it's been a while since I've restreamed Brian, and I'm excited to see what he's been up to and how much he's improved over these past couple months. Maybe there's delay for Glacier. Let's refresh. Oh, there's definitely a delay. Looks like Glacier topped out at 4,100. And Brian's good for game number 1. GG's. I just realized Glacier's stencil is a little bit messed up. I was so focused on working on Brian's... Oh, not... Oh, wait. I gave the heart to the wrong person. Glacier's... You're a little bit off stencil, Glacier, but it's doable. I don't feel like fixing it, to be honest. if you've never been to a Coverdale stream, you will find out soon that there will never be jank. So seeds are going to be incremented. Well, let's pin this seed before I forget. So the next one will be A2, I believe. Glacier is choosing level 15. That's fine with me. A2, Charlie 0, F8, A2, 0, Charlie 0, F8. Okay. Alright, got ready from Brian. We will get a confirmation from chat, I believe, from Glacier. Okay, let's get started for game number 2. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Side note here, for Glacier, if you when you're on the level select menu, if you press select, a select sign or select will appear, or the word select will appear on the screen, and that's typically how it's an easy way to let the people know that you're ready, instead of you having to type it in chat and all that crap. Brian started off pretty well so far. Had a little bit of garbage for a second. One line of garbage. He couldn't use a long bar to get rid of that one line. Brian currently at 59,000 with that Tetris. Glacier currently at 60. Good placement of that C for Brian. There was really no good spot for it to lay it flat, but decides to create an undertuck. Gets the right pieces to resolve it. Well, technically, any piece could have resolved that. It could have been a J, S, or a J, L, Z, an I piece. Only exception would be an O piece. Brian cleaned the moment. Glacier with the deep channel in column 2. Fortunately, he's going to have to put more weight on that channel. And even if, or once that gets exposed, there is still a hole in 2 holes in column 7. So it looks like Glacier's going to be in a dig for a while here. Glacier currently at 80k. Brian 174, 147. I've been doing that. Oh, Brian, Glacier getting pretty high. Had to put a long bar in column 8. I don't think anything can get to the right side, and that's negative. Glacier tops out at 82,000. Brian, you're good for game number 2. GG's. Happens to the best of us. Having a bad day. All right, we're sticking with 15. Yes, GG's to both players. Where the heck is it? There it is. All right, both players are ready. Let's get started for game number 3 and match point. Oh, let's make sure seeds are correct. Going to have so much PTSD from not checking the seeds. All right, B3, that's good. All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I was going to say the delay was kind of it's kind of long. I was going to refresh both of these players, but they started simultaneously. I bet it's my internet. I wouldn't be surprised. My internet has been spotty lately. Although it hasn't taken crap on me during a stream, knock on wood, there's been some instances where or I'm afraid that it's going to crap out on me during a stream. See, I have Comcast, and they're like the only... They have a monopoly over my area. I mean, you could get Verizon DSL, but who wants that? That's like ancient technology. BrianTheOne currently at 61,000, Glacier 44, both at 17 lines. I know it's not going to get any better, the quality of the internet, because, or anytime soon anyway, because they're doing some, from what I heard, they're doing some work in my area to clean up whatever is going, apparently there's some problem with it. I haven't seen any issues, but who knows. BrianTheOne currently at 82, Glacier 66. Glacier in a bit of a mini dig. Glacier waiting for a J piece. Finally gets it, but had Glacier waited any longer, that could have been a real issue. Fortunately, the Glacier's going to need to put more weight on that hole there. It creates more holes in the process. Meanwhile, Brian gets it, has a clean board, and got a Tetris, bringing him up to 160, correction, 181. Both players' boards are kind of in a mess at the moment. BrianTheOne does have a T-spin. I don't know if the T is going to come, though. I have a feeling it will not. Yeah, it's not coming. Brian's going to have to cover it and reset the board. Right side's getting pretty high. It's able to chop it down. Long bar will expose that JL dependency. Fills that in. BrianTheOne has a channel in column 1, uses the long bar to fills that. Then it's now it turns into a T dependency. Okay. Brian's almost out of this dig. Glacier is clean at the moment. Glacier currently at 194. BrianTheOne 243. A little over 50k difference. Well, Glacier's been digging more than punching in Tetrises, unfortunately. Gets one there though. 216 Glacier. BrianTheOne with longboard dependency, column 1. Gets it, cleans it up. Needs a JL to fill in that hole there. Well, there's a lot of options for that 3 wide space. Brian decides to put a square and a long bar. Luckily, a square and another square comes to fill it out. That was ideally the perfect piece for that particular formation. Glacier also has long bar dependency and is going to level 16 at 257. Glacier fills in that long bar. BrianTheOne follows into level 16 at 325. Brian with a nice spire there. Spire of Z's, I believe. Yeah, spire of Z's. It's chopping it down. Good spire management from Brian. Has a long bar dependency though, unfortunately. Has 2 long bar dependencies. Decides to plug one with a J. Oh, and over a double flip of that J for Brian. It's going to bring his board even higher. Meanwhile, Glacier on to level 19, currently at 309. Brian 557. So and Brian tops out at 357. Glacier, you're in a chase down. It's going to say Glacier has been keeping pace with Brian. Let's see if Glacier can get it done. Glacier on to level 19, hangs to J, and that's going to be it, unfortunately. I had the opportunity, but it was unfortunately too high up to be able to cash in. So Brian, you're good for game number 3 and set number 1. GG's. Did I say spiral? I meant spire. Oops. English. Might be. For some reason, I can't get those words correct. I said that before in a different match. I said like another word that sounds similar to spire, but it's completely not, and everyone was confused. Brian. Do you guys want a new seed? Okay, we can increment. That's fine. I'm going to refresh both your guys' streams here. Okay. What am I forgetting here? Oh, the seeds, that's correct. So if the seed is 9-1, we went up a couple. It should be like D something? A, B, C, D. It should be like B4? I mean D4? Okay. Yeah, I think you're right as well. C4, B4. It was one of those. C4. Both players are ready. All right, let's get rid of seed checker and let's get started for game number 1 of set number 2. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Brian the one off. BrianTheOne already a couple lines in. Glacier gets a double. Trying to access the hole, does. Now needs a J to fill in the dependency. A long bar comes and decides to use that to fill in the J dependency. And the board's back to a normal state for Glacier. And is Tetris ready. Takes a safety triple. Is still Tetris ready despite that. Glacier, 89,000. Or, I'm sorry, 8,900. Brian, 47,000. Hope everyone's having a good morning. A good Tuesday morning. Working in retail, you have odd days off. Never off on weekends or anything like that. It was really cool for Tetris Wars to raid me yesterday. A party of 40 something. It's crazy. Fortunately, when they did raid, that the match was pretty much almost over. But nonetheless, I just happened to be online I happened to be the only Tetris channel live at the moment. So I guess that's why they raided. They have raided me in the past. Brian currently at 133, Glacier 151. Glacier with a very long channel in column 6. Gets the long bar and cashes in for a Tetris. Unfortunately, forced to make another long bar dependency for Glacier. Oh, how interesting. I like that a lot. I don't know if that was on purpose for Glacier, but Glacier created a T flat burn that saved at least a couple lines of burnage and put his board in a much more stable position because of it. I like that a lot. See, those are the types of burns I typically don't see. Seeing moves like 4 or 5, seeing moves that far down. But yeah, that was really good. That was good for Glacier. From Glacier. Glacier currently at 217. Brian, 232. Anytime I try to adjust my mic, according to the audio mixer in OBS, it says that there's a lot of static that's happening. I don't know if you guys are hearing that. If so, my apologies. I don't know why it does that. I might need a new mic. I think that's what I might need. Especially since I've been doing this for a while now. The restreaming stuff seems like it's going to be a long-term thing. I might have to invest into a good mic. Because the mic I have right now was originally just it is a starter mic. I just happened to have it because I was many years prior I was thinking about starting like a podcast of some sort, but just never went through with it. That's like a lot of things I've done in the past. Just I think it's cool, and then I lose interest, and all that stuff. BrianTheOne into level 16. Going into level 16 at 283. Glacier 3 lines away from that. Currently at 301. BrianTheOne pretty high. Gets a long bar. Nothing's burning for Brian. And Brian tops out at 284. Glacier, you're good for game number 1. GG's. That was a good game. I believe that was... Was that the first game that went into transition? Possibly it was. So Glacier gets game number 1 of set number 2. I wish the T flat was intentional. That was a missed drop. Oh wow. Now 283 is pretty good. You would have been right behind Brian. I'll refresh you again. You're good. Yeah, if Brian's fine with 18, that's fine with me. I mean, if you're behind by a couple of seconds, it's fine. All right, let's start with level 18 for game number 2, set 2. All right, what's going on here? Oh, both players are ready. My bad. Should have been looking. Let's get started for game number 2. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. There was... If only a long bar came for Brian, that would have been a perfect board clear. I think that's happened once on this channel, a perfect board clear. Actually, multiple ones. Once I'm thinking about it, I think it was a match not too long ago between Rory and who else? It was Rory versus someone else, but um, but yeah, seeing stuff like that is very interesting. It's really cool to see because it is rare. It is rare. BrianTheOne currently at 75,000. Glacier 32, kind of high at the moment. Trying to dig down. One line of garbage left. Oh, I don't know if Glacier meant to put that Z there. Glacier fills in the long bar dependency, trying to access that hole. I don't think anything can get to the far left, and that's going to be it for Glacier. Glacier tops out at 39,000. Brian, you're good for game number 2. GG's. Wait, how did he get a perfect line clear and then immediately died? I've said this many times, but I give nothing but the utmost highest quality colon seeds. Utmost quality. Oh, okay. Well, let's get Brian his first heart of the game. All right, both players are ready. Let's check. Actually, we'll do it mid game. Brian may choose is asking for level 15. I think. Whose level select is it? Yeah, would be Glacier's choice. Oh, it is Brian's. Brian goes first. And then since this is the second set, Glacier will go first. And Brian. Glacier. No, but Glacier, it's your pick, I believe. Because it flips who gets to choose first. And since Brian has the yeah, since you're home now. Okay, 15 on the way, that's fine. All right, 15 it is. Both players are ready. Let's get started for game number 3. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Something I need to develop is a rule set for like what Vandy does on Masters to show like different to show like level selects, who gets what, stuff like that, or who gets level select first and all that stuff. Glacier currently at 21,000, getting his first touches to the game. Couple holes in his stack, but is dealing with it. Waiting for Jay. Jay is not coming. Where is this? Jay finally comes, but has some cleaning up to do. Has an opportunity to go dirty, though. Will decide not to and take the triple. Glacier, currently at 31,000. Brian, 10. Huh. Interesting. 17 lines in, and Brian's only 12,000 points. And only has 12,000 points. That's very interesting. It didn't look like Brian was in dig from the corner of my eye. Must have been, though. Brian trying to get this board touch ready. He's not getting the right pieces to do so. Needs a square or a J or an L. Gets an L. Needs another L. Gets a long bar instead. Oh, these pieces spire right in the middle for Brian. This is looking very dangerous. Brian. Oh, a phantom burn almost ended this game. Brian, there's no good place for the S's. Undershifts the J. Gets a long bar over, but has a lot of holes. Can Brian get out of this? Hangs the square, and that's going to be it for Brian. Very unfortunate. Tops out at 23,000. Glacier, you're good for game number 3. GG's. Yeah, this seed screwed you. So let's get Glacier his second heart. Okay, both players are ready. Let's make sure these are correct. F7, F7, perfect. Alright, this is match points for Glacier. Let's get started for game number 4. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Different openers for these players. Brian decides to use those 2 long bars or decides to lay the long bars flat for Brian. Glacier currently at 38,000. Brian 39. Tetris for Glacier, 57. Brian has some digging to do. At least two lines. Correction, 3 lines of burning. Man, these pieces suck for Brian. Brian with the long bar dependency. He gets the long bar. Takes care of a lot, but there's still at least... There's 4 lines of garbage for Brian. Brian might go dirty here. No, we'll take a triple. Playing it safe. Especially how since these seeds have been going, it'd be just too risky to try to push anything at this point. Just play it safe, survive, live for another Tetris. That should be on a t-shirt. BrianTheOne, 56. Glacier, 116, ahead by over 50k. So prior to this, a couple games before, Brian was ahead by 50k. Now is the reverse. Brian with has a tuck set up. Trying looking for the right pieces. Only a JRL could fit under there. Gets the L for the B. Sorry, can't talk today. The L. It's going pretty smoothly for the most part for Glacier, and that's proven by the current score, currently at 184. I didn't see much digging coming from Glacier up to this point, so I'm curious to see how Glacier can add to the current score. Will Glacier be able to keep up this pace? Brian in a bit of trouble here. Is scrambling up pretty high. All right. Nope, that's going to be it for Brian. Brian tops out 132. It looks like Glacier's topping out as well. Topping out at 207. Glacier, you win game number 4 in the set. GG's. Yeah, those games sucked. So it is a split set. That's the pain I'm feeling right now. Being in silver. Everyone is going to sweep me, and I'm sad. Everyone's so good up there, or here. I do wish you luck, though, because I will not be going into silver. I don't think I'm going to make it in silver for that long. I mean, not that I'm being like a, pessimistic. I'm just being realistic. Like, I feel that I'm getting there, but I don't know if I'm silver ready yet. I'm definitely bronze ready. I'm super washed, man. I would be surprised if I get a promo in the first div back in a while. I assume you've been at school or something, Brian? Yeah. So, but that's it for me. It's been a pleasure seeing you again, Brian, and hopefully I see you around more often. Oh, you've been working too. Okay. School and work. That makes sense. So let's see if we can rate anyone. I don't know who's around at the moment. I'm on. My gosh, there's no one here. No one's playing classic Tetris besides me. Are the categories still broken? Maybe? Oh. Well, it's showing me the channels I follow. I can rate them, but I don't, I haven't really. They're not really Tetris related. I don't know who this person is, but let's rate this person. Alright. We're sending off to this person. I don't know who this person is, but have fun. Yes, I won't forget. Did it did it work? I have no idea.